Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Well. Somebody turned themselves in today at Fulton County Courthouse, and we have mugshots. Now, I'm not actually putting his mugshot up on my thumbnail because YouTube has funny ways of demonetizing you. And my last video on Prigozhin, they changed my monetization and limited it because they said the content should be for people over 18. Now, if you saw it, there really wasn't anything too wild in the title or the description. So the only thing I can think of is that they saw the plane crash thumbnail I picked and said, "Oh, you have to be over 18 to see it," because basically they're saying there's going to be graphic nature of the video. I'm with some random dude throwing tarot cards on the internet. There's nothing graphic. So it's AI. You know, they've got to go through thousands upon thousands of videos that go up every second, and they have to have a way to monitor those. So if you see somewhat more generic titling or generic thumbnails, please understand I wanted to throw up, Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani's mugshots yesterday, but I thought they would get the same treatment. So I'm just avoiding the mugshots. I instead have a picture of Trump walking up to his airplane after being processed, and that'll be the thumbnail for this one. But understand where my heart really is. Okay, now that being said, reading articles on CNN, of course Trump said it's a travesty, he did nothing wrong. But you know what the biggest travesty is? It has his height listed as 6'3" and his weight is 215 pounds. Yeah, sure it is. Sure you're that tall. Sure you're not as heavy as that. So folks were speculating in the comment section if they would make him take off his shoes. Apparently not. I think that was one of those ones. They didn't take his biometrics. The Secret Service just told him what to put down on that form. I assure you that is what happened. Just like Linda G's a size 6. Trump is not 6'3", and he's definitely not 215 pounds. 315 pounds maybe, but not 215. Okay. Yeah, snark. But how is Donald feeling? He is a travesty. His worst treated president ever. Perfect phone call. How's he feeling after being booked like a con criminal? I swear to God, this card comes up on my readings recently more than anything else. What have we got? We've got something new of value. Something small potatoes, new of value, crossed with the Two of Wands, with planning. How's he feeling about this? I think he's a bit humbled. Now, mind you, he's a narcissist, and narcissists will never show you that they're humbled. But he feels like he's been treated like a peasant, basically. And I also think he understands that these two wands kind of look like the beginning of a jail cell. He's starting to look at what his future might be. And he doesn't like what he's seeing. He's now becoming a little man in a little cell in a very small world. And underneath it all is the Five of Swords. So the shadow underneath this is his normal arrogance and his narcissism. And this is a real assault on that. He's not the King of Pentacles. He's the Page of Pentacles. He's got the Two of Wands, is that he doesn't like that feeling. He doesn't like feeling like a little man who might be going to prison. In the past, we have the Eight of Pentacles. All the work that he was doing. This is all the corruption. This is all the corrupt work that he was doing. All the grifting, all the work to overturn the election, and then the money for the fundraising on the grifting that happened after that. He's been a very busy person trying to overthrow democracy and make a profit while doing it. And basically his actions have now caught up to him. It's also funny because this is your Apprentice card, so the Apprentice TV show. How ironic is that? Current situation, Four of Cups. He just fired or did he fire him? He just replaced his lead attorney for Georgia. The lead attorney tried to get things ruled in Trump's favor. None of them worked. So he wants a different attorney, one that's really going to fight for him and give him what he wants and be effective in giving him what he wants. But with Trump, it's, again, there's no good days left for this man. He only has bad days left. And every news that comes in is just something he doesn't want to hear, something he doesn't want to deal with. You know, there's no good news. There's no victories anymore. There's just losses. He's going to get tired of losing. Over it all, I was going to laugh at Hunter Biden. Bring it back to Hunter Biden. Overall, this is the judge in Georgia. The judge has been very fair to him, and he doesn't want to acknowledge that. This judge is not going to lose his cool. This judge is going to hear, if we start linking this with this judge is going to start hearing motions to change the venue, move it to federal court, get rid of this, that, or the other thing. And this judge is really going to have to be on the top of his game for this trial. This will be the biggest trial of this judge's career. And the beat goes on. No matter what Trump and company try to do, this trial is moving forward. I believe Fonnie Willis was asking for an October 23rd or something. It was only 3 months is when she wants the trial to begin. I think it would be hard pressed for it to happen that quickly, but it's definitely going forward. There'll be challenges to that, of course. Expect that it's not going to happen on the timeline that she wants. But if it does, hokey smokes, Bullwinkle, that's going to be a fast trial. Ooh, interesting. Queen of Cups is the outcome. Fonnie Willis has got... obviously, you're going to have to give over information and discovery. Fonnie Willis is sitting on a treasure trove of information. But this is also the judge telling Trump that you can't go talking about it on social media. You can't go attacking folks in the courts or the witnesses or the jurors or anything along those lines. And this is Fonnie keep making sure she's keeping a lid on the information that she has. And this is these two making sure we're keeping a lid on the information that that's being shared with him. And you can imagine when he starts seeing the evidence and who's testified against him, he's going to be pissed. But you know what? That's what you get. When you F around, you got to find out. He's starting to enter the find out stage. Okay, so what's next for Donald? He had an interesting mugshot picture. Kind of the type of look. Ooh, I'm going to get you. He's doing the best Randy Macho Man Savage imitation. Ooh, get me in. All three of you got that. Yes, if you find yourself snapping into a Slim Jim, we'll be commiserating with each other. Everybody else, you have no idea what I'm talking about. What's Trump's next move? Now that he's been processed and treated like a criminal. They lied about his height and weight. For F's sake, man. Treated like every other criminal. No, you didn't. You didn't make him take off his shoes and get on that scale. All right. Okay, well, what's his next move? Well, it's going to be something cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Maybe he'll get a psych evaluation and try and get out of the trial saying he's not mentally competent to stand. Wouldn't surprise anybody, would it? Of course, that means he is mentally competent to run for the presidency, but not mentally competent to stand trial. I'm sure the Republicans would find a way to justify that. I mean, standing trial is so much harder than running the entire country, right? In the Lover's card. Okay, he's going to try and activate his base. That's, of course, what else was he going to do? He might be looking to... he could be looking to see who his allies are. This could be again, what are my options? Where can I go run and hide? Who are my friends that I've made agreements with that I could take onto this? But I think with this one, this is more trying to get the MAGA base activated, enraged, and out on the streets, kicking butt and taking names. Again, one of his best chances of avoiding this whole court case is to cause riots across the U.S. The second best thing he's got going for is to get one juror in there to believe all his rhetoric and make it a hung trial. That's probably secondary. It's not quite the power move like causing a second insurrection. In the past, that huge disappointment. I think he's been really disappointed with the crowd turnouts. I know that I read something that people did show up today for Trump's arrest, but I didn't see what the numbers were of the crowds. I haven't seen anything that would indicate it was a huge crowd or not. I'll have to look that one up later, or I'll pause this one and take a look. Maybe I'll do that now. Hang on for just a second. I'm going to pause this. I want to see how big the crowds were. I'm sure they were the biggest crowd size ever, because what else would it be? Okay, looked them up. There's no information on the news stories I could see. I will assume hundreds of protesters and counter-protesters. That would probably be a reasonable number. Some interesting protest signs and such. Maybe I'll put that as a thumbnail instead. But yeah, he's really disappointed. He's disappointed in the response of the MAGA crew. He's disappointed in the GOP not saving his bacon. He's disappointed even in, I think, the international support. He's disappointed all across all avenues. Let me bring it back down. Current situation is the emperor. I think he's looking to Putin. He wants Putin to do something to help him. He's probably trying to communicate with Putin to figure out how to get out of this mess. But Putin's got his own messes he has to worry about. Now, again, I think Saudi Arabia is second choice at this point, but I think of the emperor as being Putin here. There's that Two of Wands again that showed up in the last reading. Overarching, again, he's evaluating his situation. Where in the world can he go to avoid being held accountable for his actions? He wants his base to rise up, but he's also reaching out to the dictators that he's befriended. I don't think he'd want to go to North Korea. That would be a really distant third. Putin would be number one choice. Saudi Arabia would be the backup plan. Listen, we learned though, it's coming down quickly. This is happening to him faster than he was expecting and faster than he's planned for. And I think he's starting to wonder if his opportunity to slip out of the country has moved past him. Because you have to get past the Secret Service in order to get out. But he is still planning. This is the overarching energy. This is the outcome. He's still going to reach out. He's still going to try and figure out his next move as to where he can go to get away from this. This is all about him getting out. Underneath the illusion and delusion in the Lover's card is the Two of Pentacles, the juggling. He's trying to decide. He knows he's going to win the presidency when he runs. He knows he's going to win, but there's that doubt of, I need to have another plan if I can't do this. And then I think he gets confused because on the one hand, he knows he's going to win because he's a malignant narcissist named Donald Trump, and of course he's going to win. Who's not going to vote for him? But on the other hand, he's not in office now, and he's still trying to figure out what went wrong, how he lost to Sleepy Joe, and he can't picture a scenario where he loses to Biden again, but at the same time, he's already lost. So he's in a loop that he can't get out of. He's still planning on He's still planning on his escapes. He's still reaching out to allies, find out who his allies are. And I think he's just dreaming of the day of getting back into the White House and just punishing everybody who's betrayed and failed him. And that would pretty much be anybody with an R after their name. I wouldn't even say that Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene are safe, because he wants to punish everybody. Everybody's failed him. Everybody's against him. He's done this all on his own, and they don't deserve any loyalty from him, and he's going to make them pay because he's 3. He's having a tantrum. Okay, well, there you have it. How Donald Trump is feeling right now, it's how he always feels, entitled. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Glad you found us. And hope you stick around and enjoy the videos I put out. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.